So Stephen, it's match day -1. How are yourself and the lads feeling ahead of kick-off tomorrow evening?
Well, the players got here late yesterday evening. It's a long trip to Azerbaijan, to Baku. They rested up, obviously 3 hours ahead, so it's the next day runs away from you, the way when they're 3 hours ahead. So I think that we tactical meeting this morning, brushed up, few possibilities that could occur during the game, different set piece situations, and we train tonight in the stadium, 7:15, which is the same time that we'll turn up for our warm up tomorrow. So our food, we always eat the day before. All our meals are timed exactly the way they would be on match day to train at the time that we play tomorrow, so that the players their body clock is adjusted to that, and we'll be ready.
In terms of the players being able to see the stadium tonight, see the pitch, and also train in the heat, it is very hot here. We expect it to be over 30 degrees at kick-off tomorrow evening, so that's important on these trips for the players to be able to acclimatise themselves to the surface they'll be playing on and the conditions and stuff.
Yeah, it's very hot, and that's a different challenge. It affects how you press, your energy levels within the game. Of course, you have to adapt, and these are factors. Heat and humidity are factors, but we mustn't be fearful of that. We should embrace that, and the players will get an opportunity tonight to train at those conditions, and so it won't be alien to them tomorrow in any way. Or they can experience it and know what to expect.
How will the experience of the European game 2 weeks ago in Liechtenstein help in terms of all of the things we've spoken about there? And also the main thing is the players put in an amazing performance on that night, scored a couple of great goals and ultimately got through to this round, so you'd be hopeful of more of the same, but certainly a lot of the positives from 2 weeks ago you'll hope they'll take into tomorrow night.
Yeah, I mean, if Vaduz had been to the group stages themselves 2 years ago, so that was the calibre opponent we were facing, and we've all got, most of our players have Swiss Premier Division experience, so the good players. So to win convincingly in the first leg really gave us a platform. The second leg was a test for us because we could have been a goal down after 2 minutes, and we must learn from that. You just say, what lessons can we learn? We must learn from that, and certainly the fact that Vaduz changed a lot of things tactically in the second leg than they did in the first. I'm sure Sabah will be a different proposition at home tonight in Azerbaijan as opposed to in Dublin, so it will be a different challenge, and one that we must embrace and be ready for, and carry an attacking threat ourselves. That's critical. We must we've got speed in attacking areas, and we must look to carry an attacking threat.
A real strong first leg performance, 1-0. Ramal Palmer got the goal last week in Tallaght. I know you said in your post-match that you felt that the team could have scored a couple more goals, but played very, very well. Just, I suppose, your assessment of that performance, and as you mentioned, the hopes ultimately to progress whatever way we can tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it goes without saying that it was a really good performance, but that we've moved on from that. We're only focused on tomorrow's performance because that's the most important one, and I think we know that Sabah have very good players. We know that they can play to a high level, and we know that they beat 𝗽𝗵𝘆𝗲𝗍. So we've seen that in the previous round. From our point of view, we must have absolute confidence in our own play, and back ourselves to put in a very strong performance.
What would it mean to everyone at the club, yourself, the players, the supporters, to progress to the playoff round?
Yeah, no, it's an opportunity, one that players want to grasp. We'll have to fight hard, against Sabah. It'll be a test in difficult conditions, and we'll have to give everything of ourselves. And the level of passion needed for a night like this, it's important. And we need everyone to be a real team tomorrow night.
Lastly, Stephen, tomorrow evening will be your 50th match in Europe as a manager. Congratulations. How proud are you of that record? And I'm sure you're very hopeful to make it a memorable one.
Well, you know, I've been fortunate to manage some really good players at some terrific clubs. I think, obviously, I've not been in Europe for 6 years because between the under-21 and the senior international team, I've been 5 years out of the domestic game. So it's back into European competitions, the 50th game in my career, and you know, I'm not really focused on it. On that, it is a milestone, but I'm not really focused on it. I think I'm really focused on the team and the players, and I'd love to see the players progress for themselves and to feel that the joy of winning a tie like this, and so we'll have to fight hard to earn that right.
Your own experiences though over those 50 games, Stephen, you know, there's been so many special moments, and I'm sure you're hoping to create more as a St. Pat's manager, but I mean, you've been to the group stages with Dundalk in 2016, you know, had some memorable nights over that period as well. Is there certain bits that stand out to you across those 49 games so far?
Listen, I can be nostalgic, but I don't even want to enter the realms of nostalgia. I think really for me, it's about the next 50. And I don't mean that in a way. I mean, just it's about the next, you know, it's about tomorrow night, and certainly the hunger to go again and try and get results. We must have that desire, collective desire to try and do that. The players are really tired today. You get over on the flight, you adjust your body clock, they're 3 hours ahead. It takes it, so they need to rest up, train tonight. They'll feel better after that, and then you know, we'll go tomorrow and make sure we're ready.
Great. So Stephen, thanks for your time. Best of luck and congratulations on number 50.
Thank you.